Namaste, Masters. This is Aruna Chaleshwari from Dallas, Texas. Today, I have the pleasure of welcoming Master Madhu Soni ji, and she hails from Chicago, USA. Basically, she's from MP Jabalpur. She has been associated with PSSM for the past 3 years. She was introduced to PSSM in May 2nd, 2021. She has her own YouTube channel that is Love Light Starshine, and she hosts various Zoom sessions um, through the group named Light and Soul Meditation Group. She wears multiple hats: a mother, a meditator, a housewife. I'm sorry. um, yeah, and then she also has been offering her services in various platforms like online, personal, and also in her astral planes. So I welcome you, Madhuji, uh, on occasion of first anniversary celebrations of Patriji meditation channel that is named Operation Athma Teja. Please share your journey, like how it actually started, or I would say what sparked you to become a pyramid master?
Um, First of all, my divine greetings to each and everyone. And thank you so much, Arunaji, for giving me this opportunity. And to even Padma ma'am to give me this opportunity to come here and share my spiritual journey with you all. Um, I have been totally spiritual from my childhood, I would say, because there were different experiences that were there in my life that started as a child. From 2 years old, I would say I had seen so many things that I had this understanding of certain things that, not certain, but many things that adults would not understand. And it would be like I would see through my child eyes, but it would be much more like as if I'm a very mature person, I would be able to understand. So that is where my journey started. But as you all know, that when we come to this planet Earth, there are different layers of identity that comes to us or comes on us. So slowly, I've been attached to a lot of other things, emotional baggage and all, any like family issues, or how you go through your child self, then teenage self, then adulthood, and then you get married. And like I got married and then have kids now. But so there had been a lot of experiences in my life which taught me so much. But it also taught me to perceive things in a different way, I would say. Perception changed many things. So I have been doing so many things. But from childhood, in my house, it would be not too religious, I would say, but yeah, there were rituals happening, pujas happening, and festivals happening. But in all, I found myself that I'm not that religious. I always believed that religions were man-made, and spirituality is something that it is inherent, or you see things through that because your spirit self is guiding you. Your physical self, your soul self is being guided by the spirit in like with you. And that is where I would not pray too much. I would pray definitely, but not venerate, or so my mother would always argue with me on that, or she will just say that, why don't you do it? Go and do it, put some incense sticks, put some diya. So I would do for her. But I would always say to her that it should be inside you, it should not be outside. From the childhood self, I would tell my mother. And then well, slowly we progress. But when I started my meditation journey, thorough meditation journey, it was under PSSM, I would say. So past 3 years, I would not go into more details. But before that, before entering PSSM, I would like to mention that I had started learning oracle card and angel therapy course, Reiki, and all those things. So psychic abilities classes. So because it all, I was always curious about it. It would just call me, so I took those classes. But then I found that I'm already all those things. I found that I was already all, because from childhood I was able to visualize many things that were, coming to me, future self coming to me and talking to me, or showing me visions, all those things. So I would say, am I imagining things? Or if I would just, you know, see up, see up to the stars, and, I would feel that this physical abode is not my home, but I live somewhere there in the stars. That's what I had, this feeling. And I didn't knew why I had this. But then when I started the journey, one of my friend, uh, um, you know, connected me to this angel therapy classes, and the angelic class, I would say. So I would see myself that I'm totally guided. Somehow everything is working around me. And from my childhood time, I had been working with nature. Nature would call me. I would be very happy in, like, in between the nature, in working with nature, being one with nature. So where I used to live in my hometown, Jabalpur, the mountains were very close by. So it would be like as if 1 kilometer, not only 1 kilometer, it would be very less, I would say, very near. So whenever my mother and father, they would go for office work, I would go there, I would run and go there. So I would sit for hours there and be alone, and it did not bother me. So anyhow, so that is how I felt, being one with nature. But apart from that, so a lot of classes, all the clairs, understood what are all the clairs. But some of the clairs I found that it opened when I started working with PSSM, or I was into PSSM. So one day, I would say, I would just share this experience with you. Um, I had to certify for my Oracle card certification to become a certified Oracle card reader. So I was, as because you have been taught, so I just joined my hand and I said that, Ganesh Bhagwan ji, please just help me and remove all my obstacles and all those things. So he came into my vision, and he was blessing me, and he was there, so I could see him. But as soon as I went forward, I saw that he went, and now Goddess Kali came, So whoever works with occult sciences, whoever is in this field of meditation or spirituality, or who's a seer, so and something to work with, the purpose is helping people, servicing the community. Then Mother Goddess Kali would come. So as if she is talking telepathically to me, and I was sitting in my bedroom and meditating that time. And she came, and she, as if telepathically, says that, you go ahead, child, I'm with you. Don't worry, you're totally protected. You just go ahead. So I was like, I was very surprised, because she was all in her Rodru roop, all the four hands here, four hands there. And she was with her tongue out, and I could see her, totally. And then, that day I was meditating, and somebody came into my meditation from PSSM. A master from PSSM came into my meditation. I could see his face, and he spoke into my ears that, Madhuji, you need to know what meditation is. You need to know everything about meditation, from A to Z, everything about it. And I was like, wow, oh my goodness, who came and why they are talking to me like that? But before that, also, before entering PSSM, there was this wonderful experience where in my house, there was no one at that day, and somebody started playing flute music. It was flute, but it was so sweet. And I had a big Krishna statue in my home, copper statue, and he has Murli in it. He's handling that. But there was no one who could play this kind of sweet music, sweet flute. I was sleeping. So half consciously, I woke up, and then I still, as if, some honey is actually going around in my ears, and I could hear that sound. So I was like, really, are you going to just, okay, Krishna, are you playing with me? That is what I said. And then I woke, still I could hear the flute. Then I got up. But then later, as I told you, that meditation, where Kali came, and I was being told that, Madhuji, you need to know everything about meditation. So that same night, I started searching YouTube, and I found Suvarna Subbi's, this the lady from Bhilai, master from Bhilai, and she was into PSSM. She told about Patri sir. So the whole 1.5 video, 1.5 hour video I saw during the night time after 12. I was continuously looking for meditation. What is meditation? Because I knew whatever I had been taught was not meditation. Somehow I felt. So that was the journey into PSSM, and then I found that who is Patri sir? Like, why they are saying Patri sir? Who is this man? So then I joined PSSM, and at the same night I gave that link to one of my friend also. So she was able to join Karuna Dhyan Hai, and I was trying to figure out and going to register myself, but my children were small, so they came, and because they came, so I had to leave that registration, so I could not register. But then somehow when I went and saw, so either ways, I felt that this was not meant for me. Karuna Dhyan Hai. Somehow I could hear people screaming and in pain, so I felt that this was not for me or something. I said, why I'm feeling like that, I don't know. But then a Buddha Bana workshop started from 2nd May, and for that I registered, and that I felt that this is for me. From there the journey started.
Wow. So you could hear the inner calling, the
Yes.
inner talk. So
Yes.
it's like you have always been in oneness with nature and your inner self.
Yes, because
Wow, this is also, I'm just awestruck with your experiences. That's so
thank you.
beautiful.
From childhood, I had somebody talking to me. I didn't know who, as if it's me only talking to my own self, but it would be correcting me always. If I say
Mhm.
something that is not good, that my own self would come and talk to me. Yeah, right. Like you don't do it. Like that. So
Yes.
that was like back there. Something is always guiding me. So I was able to hear it. I would hear it and I would follow. So yeah.
Beautiful. So your special abilities have already been activated in your childhood,
Yes.
which you didn't know what they were. Slowly you realized that they were all clear audience, clear vision, and
Yes.
after
Yes.
you came into PSSM.
Correct.
Amazing, amazing. So um, what have been the most rewarding aspects of conducting the meditation sessions for you, like both in person and over the Zoom? And
I
do you
would.
have any unique insights or challenges, I mean, that you have encountered during this course?
Uh-huh. So the first question that you asked, what had been so unique about it, and what is the most beneficial thing or something that was very good? Everything is very good. It's just, I would say, my life had been totally guided, protected, and I have given my life to the masters. So the most loving thing that I find doing this is that I'm connected to the masters, ascended masters, divine beings, guardian angels, archangels. And there had been many experiences where I found that the masters are guiding me. So during my journey, when I started learning meditation through PSSM, I had been already doing meditation already, in the psychic abilities classes under Purple Flower Group. And there I had been going into that higher self meditation class, the chakra, all those things, but it was a different kind of thing, 45 minutes of meditation. But because we have to use our clairs, so that's why. But otherwise, when I started this journey, so I started learning from 2nd May 2021. But when I started teaching meditation, so when I felt under one of the workshop I was doing learning things, so it was JTTP, and during that time I felt as if I've become one with everything. The whole universe is me. I am one with the universe, and it is up to me to do something, as if I have to change. The change is there, but I have to start teaching. So from 17 July 2021, I started teaching meditation under Light and Soul Meditation Group. And that is from there, what used to happen was I started with 10 people, like at the start, how you do it, with 10 people. And after a week, I had this enlightenment hour session with Patri sir. So I raised my hand, and as such, he also was there. So I had this question with him that Patri sir, what is the purpose of or what is my life purpose? How to find it? How to find your life purpose? I still had questions, So a lot of questions were there. But then he said, he just looked at me and he said, Dhyan karo, Baba, dhyan karo. And I was like, because I was very new, right, in that session. So because we are filled with ego. So then that ego mind says, hey, I asked such a nice question and this man is not answering. He's such a big guru and still he's not answering. What kind of a guru is he, So my ego mind started saying all those things. Then, well, that session ended, and but the whole night, then Patri sir came into my dream, and then he started telling me that you are a consciousness from the mineral kingdom, you are the consciousness from plant kingdom, animal kingdom. Then we came into human kingdom, and how you are in oneness, all those things. And then he started like as if that thing was going into loop and loop the whole from night till morning, loop, continuously looped, And I was like, oh my goodness. And morning, I was a totally different person. Like not with the ego though, I would say. But then, so now when I started teaching, and I told sir the next time, sir, I started the group and now there are 10 people. Then next time again, Enlightenment Hour. Again, I said, sir, now I have 28 people in my group. So he laughed at me. He laughed and he said, Madhu ji, क्या बात करते हैं आप? ऐसे, he said, Madhu ji, what do you talk? You are going to teach 28 million. And I was like, really? How come this man is saying this? Why Patri sir is saying this? Because, that time you have not built that kind of trust or faith. So, but then because he said so, I would say, then it started, all that journey started. And but I would say for my awakening into this meditation world, it was Krishna and Patri sir, I would say, both of them. And the best part of teaching meditation is that you see people from a lot of different backgrounds, different mentalities, different levels, soul levels. So when I see them, I don't see them as human beings. I see them as soul that need
So
changing. Yeah, that needs that change, that opportunity, that room of improvement. So that is and when I see them and their questions, the first thing that comes to me is I smile, I really smile and laugh. It's not about that I am laughing on them. It's like laughing on my own self that guides have already made me experience all these things that their questions are coming.
you
All
were
those
at that
questions.
place someday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because yes, I was at that place in my, past, and now these questions are coming. So earlier in my life, when I was going through all those challenges or obstacles or experiences, I would always question to the divine, why I have to go through all this, why only me? Why me? Why do you do this to me?
They were
Everything was
preparing
doing.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I had all these questions. So when I came into PSSM, I found all my questions. I found that I have been meant to teach and I have to go through this pain so that I understand people's pain, so that I don't laugh on them and I don't take that very lightly. Because my own journey was not a light journey. Definitely, you can see this physical self beautiful and everything, but the thing is, it had never been so beautiful when I experienced all those challenges. It took hard work, it took a lot of inner work, a lot of challenges, lot of obstacles, but in those obstacles I found my own self, that I'm a body of steel or a soul of steel, that was what I, and a very thorough mind. So, and that is where when I teach people, it's about I understand where they're coming from, why they are talking like that, what are their thought process, and how to remove that negativity. So for me, I believe in love, light, and happiness, and that is what I want to teach, that you can be
Awesome.
happy at the same time. You can be once you are filled with light and surrounded by light, you start a different journey, but with love and happiness, because happiness is your soul self. Your purpose of your soul is to be happy always. That is your purpose for every soul. So
Beautiful, beautiful. Um, how do you balance, like, as a mother, a wife, a pyramid master, also taking so many sessions while maintaining the integrity and the depth in the meditation sessions and the wisdom sharings? How do you balance everything?
I would say it nothing comes easy for as a pyramid master. when my latter life, or no, not latter, sorry, when my past life was not easy, how come this would be easy? Nothing comes easy. For everything which looks easy, there is a lot of hard work, dedication, determination, lot of strength, courage. There will be lot of challenges in terms of family, in terms of bodily functions, all those things. And then other challenges, the technical challenges when I'm sharing the Zoom sessions or wisdom sharing sessions, a lot of learning, So I took it in, like I took everything in my stride that yes, I can do it. And but first and foremost, the thing was that I trusted that yes, my masters, my guides, ascended masters are there, Patri sir is there, and I can do it because they are there. So as I told you, my life is totally guided, not only from when I entered PSSM, but before that also. So there's a beautiful experience I would like to share. Many people have heard many times, but because it is for this anniversary celebration and you wanted it, so I would share that how it was guided.
Sure.
One time when I was like, we started living here in Chicago. So as you all know, Chicago is a very cold place. Apart from Toronto or Canada, I mean Calgary, but it's very cold. The temperature goes to -15 also. So, and during those days, we can't go out. And one time there was a snowstorm. So it was like a lot of snow was there. And it was before even I had the psychic abilities classes. So it was like 14 years back, I would say, or 12 years back. So I used to do yoga, go for yoga classes, and I would do. So that day I did not want to go out. My inner self said that don't go out, just I don't want to go out. I don't feel like going out. And there was a lot of snow outside. I don't want to drive, because the roads are very slippery and your car actually skids. So I said to my husband that, and that time we had one car only. So he said that I have to go to office. So you leave me to the office area and then you can come back and go to yoga class. I said, no, I don't want to go. You take the car, you go. But he said, no, you are just being lazy. You don't want to do yoga and you're going to sit home not, and doing nothing. So just sit, just sit. So just go, just go, just come with me. So I said, okay. And then, without any other thinking, I just, whatever I wore, I just put a jacket on, slip on shoes, and I went. So I left him in the office area and then it just took me 3 minutes, it was very near. So when I came back, I was driving 20 miles per hour speed. That was my speed. But what happened was, and luckily, there was no one behind me. There were two roads and there were no one behind me. And the oncoming traffic also had like this also has two roads. So there was no one coming this side, no one coming behind me, no one on the sides also. So I was driving 20 miles per hour, which is very less, I would say, because we drive 40, 50 or 60 sometimes. So my car was automatically going into another lane. And so it started going in this lane and I was just trying to steer my steering wheel to come on this side. But it just took a turn. So it was like 360-degree turn in 3 seconds. The whole car turned. And I was like, oh my goodness. And my hand came to my chest, just like that. I just left the steering wheel. And then as soon as the car stopped, I saw myself in a snow hill that I bumped into a snow hill. So I thought now the car has stopped. So let me put brakes because you can't put brakes. As soon as you put brakes, the car will skid.
Yeah.
But so when I put the brakes on, I was on the right side of the road on the snow hill, in the snow hill. As soon as I put brakes, my car skidded from right to total left and it actually parked in front of a landscape supply shop. And I was like, as if nothing happened to the car, totally parked, no scratch, nothing, all good. And I was there. And after that, there was a vision that came to me as if a vapor body is there inside my car holding the steering wheel because my hands are here, but that vapor body, as if a ghost body is there with the tail on, I could see the tail also. And he has this teeth, conical teeth, and he was like looking at me and hissing, what are you doing? Like that, it was like that. And as if, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Why did you leave the steering wheel? So he was holding the car. I wasn't. And that is why So, this vision came and I just started laughing in the car and I said, oh my goodness, I feel like, what happened with me today? And then like, I just raised my hand and I said, God, why did you save me? Like, why did you save me? Is there anything that you want me to do for you? Just give me that indication, or just let me know what you want to do. I'm ready for whatever you want to do. I'm ready for anything that you want me to do. So how many times I said, I don't know, but it was like, I'm ready for whatever you have saved me for. I don't know. There must be something that you have saved me. Now this comes to me that, I was being saved off because something was there that I needed to do. So when I say that my life is totally guided, it had been 12 years back. Now this is 3 years back, 2021. Every day when I sit into meditation, when I come at this place, when I'm teaching meditation, the ascended masters are coming, and they are talking through me, through my throat, because when I'm guiding the meditation, they are teaching meditation. And at the start, they were teaching chakra meditation, going through all the chakras to balance everyone. That was what they did. So when I talk, and when Patri sir says that with Anapansati Dhyan, you will be in alignment, he is very correct, because the masters were coming and teaching me that. I didn't knew nothing about chakra meditation, nothing. I just know higher self meditation and this have to go through every chakra, every color. That's what I knew. But later on, when I was being taught, I started learning, and they were talking. So they would modulate my throat. They would when I needed to be like loud and clear, it would be very loud and clear. When they want me to be quiet, I don't know how, but something happens and they modulate everything.
Wow, it's like you're completely aligned, and then you're being the
Guided.
instrument
Just
for
an instrument,
teaching.
medium. Yes,
Yes.
yes. So I think masters are there who are totally guiding this journey. And because they are there, I trust them in their guidance. And I'm totally following my intuition. Whatever I feel, I do it with their guidance. So it's not me, it's them who are giving me energy. And the whole day, the energy that I get is because they are providing me that energy. So when I give wisdom, and this is for everyone, like when you give wisdom, your anything that you have learned, anything, whatever you have learned, when you start giving it to people, more comes to you. So just imagine and understand, masters, what we can achieve when we start giving.
It's like we become eligible to receive only when we give.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you have to be in that service modality, service mindset, not charity mindset, but service.
Service. Wow. It's like enlightening experiences that you have. I mean, I feel somehow it must have been very challenging for you. Like when you have so many abilities since childhood, when you explain it to others, they wouldn't understand. How
Nobody
did you? I
understands.
mean, it must have been really difficult phase for you.
Hilarious. I would say hilarious and challenging at the same time, because I would see people doing things and it would make me laugh, because I know where they are coming from, why they are doing that, because I have that perception. Now the thing is, that psychology also is also built up, and then when you have all those clairs, and when you, as soon as a person comes in front of you, you start understanding why they are coming to you, with what mindset they are coming to you. And if somebody lies on your face, I come to know then and there, and I feel it. But because you are at that stage where you have already like you have been taught, not taught, but see, I don't like people lying to me. So earlier, what I would do with my friends, I would fight with them, argue with them. But later on, this same thing that was so challenging with me, because there were a lot of friends who I would not go with them, because they would lie. So I would fight, I would argue with them. But later on, I know, because their soul has not yet developed. So how come they would come out of those darkness, or that dark state? So now it is much easier for me to even understand, and I would just smile, and I would just okay. I would just say okay, because I know, I already know. So when Patri sir, when I now compare this with Patri sir, just imagine, whoever is in front of him, he would listen to everyone. He would, so I started inculcating that. I had this question every time, that why doesn't he get angry on everyone? He knows that people are lying to me. I also know that people are lying to him. But why he's not getting angry? Because when you are in that state, when you start understanding that you are a soul self, you're not that physical self, you're not that human, you are this just the soul. who is here to work, that's all, who is just a medium. And you are no one to change anyone. It's just you can teach. It is up to them if they want to change or not. So that was my part where I changed myself. Rather than changing others or letting them know, I would just smile and I would just go ahead. Okay, whatever you say.
Yeah, like Patriji says, no judgment, and I mean,
Yes.
it would take a lot of patience and perseverance to be in that stage where you still know everything, and
Yeah.
then you just witness it without reacting.
Correct. Correct.
Wow.
So
S-
family, yeah, you asked me about family also. So definitely family also helped me a lot. Definitely they took care of that during the time when I'm giving meditation classes. My children would keep quiet and they would not play or shout or scream. But apart from that, even my husband would help me with the kitchen work, with the home chores, and taking care of others, at or other things. So I would not distribute my time with my friends also during that time, and lot of shedding from my friend circle also happened. But it was all for you, because sometimes the universe keeps you separate, because if you are mixed with um, other people's energy, you won't be able to concentrate on your own work. That is why sometimes the universe keeps you separate, because if your energies are mixed up, and if you give out your energy in a, see, I'm a healer, I would say, so doesn't bother me, but universe will shed all those people who are not for your higher vibrational good. So that also happened. So not only my husband, but he also started learning meditation. My whole family started learning meditation. My relatives also started learning meditation. So my mother, my mother-in-law, father-in-law, everyone came into meditation. So I stopped eating garlic, mushrooms, and egg. So not only that, but to the T, I followed everything, and my family.
Wow. Um, True. We attract what we are. So when you are at that frequency level, I'm sure the people in your circle would not match to that. Who do not match would shed away. Yes,
Yes.
very rightly said through your experience. Well, so this brings me to another question. Like, you have conducted so many Zoom sessions and also probably on in-person sessions. What difference do you find? Do you find any difference between conducting online sessions and in-person sessions?
Personal sessions are, definitely personal on that level where you are actually just coming and doing meditation with everyone at home. But apart from that, after that we have food, and lively talk, chat, all those things, and people who have questions. But apart from that, when I am on Zoom and teaching meditation classes, basically it does not only involves meditation, but it involves soul wisdom. It involves the inner work as well. So, and then question answers. So that is what is happening every day, because the thing that best uh, you know the best foot forward with me during teaching Zoom sessions is that I teach how to do your inner work, basically becoming and improving, like becoming a good person, improving yourself every day. Because when you enter spirituality, see, religion is something different, where you are following certain rituals, caste, culture, something, right? But when you are into spirituality is your spirit self teaching you so many things, and trying to teach you that you have to accept yourself, who you are, being aware of who you are, and learning what are your strengths and weaknesses. And when your strengths are so and so, you can definitely take it forward, but with your weakness, you have to improve your weakness. So when you start improving, that is where the spirituality begins, that you are correcting yourself, improving yourself. Because right now you must be a lakkadhara or something, you must be a woodcutter, but later on also you will do the same thing, but with more precision. Same thing, you will do the same thing, but it involves more precision, being aware of how. So now it's like a different thing. We are on to a different level altogether. uh, Telling them how to meditate, being with your breath, becoming one with yourself, but now reading energies. reading energies, what is around you, how do you feel, going with your feelings, learning through your intuition and all those wisdom, going inside your own self, like basically learning to your own soul self, what it is telling you, what it is guiding you, why are you so curious, what is that, what is that that calls you, why you feel that, like, you feel some attachment towards certain things, why, detach yourself then, don't make that a habit. So all those things.
Beautiful. Um, what advice would you offer to someone who is just starting their spiritual journey through meditation practices, like through Anapanasati?
Yeah, I would say don't worry about and don't rush. I would say don't rush to learn everything. If you want to become a teacher, definitely the rush will come. But if you want to just learn meditation and you want to progress, Anapanasati meditation is the way to go, because through that you will learn everything. You will progress not only physically but spiritually and mentally as well. So your soul is progressing already, you are on that soul journey already. But when a new person comes, I would always say be yourself. Be yourself. Take everything in very slowly, steadily. Just don't worry what others are thinking. Wherever you go, at least try to finish your 41 day for that first set. Do that first set of 41 days. Meditate every day. There will be challenges that will be there, because are you ready for it? First of all, are you ready to go through that when you are into meditation? So there will be people who will be coming to us who would be in pain, who would have a lot of family dramas going on, or family problems, issues, or certain other career issues, relationship issues. But I would say that everything will happen at its own pace. Don't worry, but just give yourself this time to be with your own self. Be one with yourself. And from there, your journey will start. You will be a happy person. I guarantee that. But are you ready to let go? That's what.
Very beautifully, you have shared all your experiences, ma'am. Thank you very much for your valuable time.
Yeah.
We are really enlightened. It was like an enlightening experience sharing for us. I'm sure this would help a lot of our audience through the channel.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you for coming on Patriji Meditation channel.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Arunaji. And it was really wonderful talking to you. And thank you for, asking me these questions, because when you asked, the masters are guiding and telling me to tell you all those things. Because through my experiences, many people will understand that it's not easy, but it is not difficult either. You can do it, but be determined and dedicated to your work, to your service. So thank you.
Thank you very much for that valuable message.
Maha